Heroes and Legends, Generations 4, The Holy War, Episode 9. As the wars continue between the four kingdoms, four individual men adapted in the art of spear fighting. The four great spearmen of the four kingdoms faced off each other in battle to prove which one was the best and to get a decisive victory for their respective kingdoms. These men were Jun Kun, the legendary prime waterman and the master of his spear, the most powerful spearman in the Builder Empire, Chen, the heroic one, and the master of the spear and champion of the temple Scholastica, Charles Thompson, the leader of the Thompson Kichuru, and a powerful spearman of the Mannequin Union. And lastly, we have Juan, the great spearman of the Toya and representation of the Rishians. These four men squared off with one another. Charles Thompson had a shield, however, he threw his shield like a disc and it slammed hard on a wall, being stuck, so as to have equal footing with the other three spearmen. When the other three spearmen saw this, they were greatly impressed, and so power erupted between them. Chen and Juan fought each other, and their spears did the talking. No man could get a single hit on the other, as they knew each other's forces of will. The other two spearmen, Jun Kun and Charles Thompson, are hard at it. Charles had never encountered someone as a veteran as Jun Kun, who had years of war and experience over the novice Charles Thompson, but he was not going to allow this to stop him, and they continued to fight. They had troops also with them, so the troops also fought as well. It was a magnificent battle. As they went forward, the bouts of 100 each man was not holding back. This battle would go on for a long time. However, interference would arrive by Ero Albino, here to aid his builder and ally, Jun Kun. Ero vowed to kill Charles Thompson here and to unite all the Kichu under the Albino name. Charles was not having it. He cannot allow the swordsmen of Ero and their personal vendetta against him interfere with such an important battle would have lots of bragging rights. Juan saw this interference and was pissed. Their duel was between spearmen, and yet the builder and have allies were not even spearmen and come to disrupt their battle. Juan then summoned his power and unleashed hell, and then moved forward after Chen, and was finally able to best Chen by removing his spear from his hand and knocked him up. Then Juan made his power known to all of the kingdoms and faced Charles Thompson, Jun Kun, and Arrow. Dick simultaneously used his spear to separate the three men, and then used his spear to take down each man one by one in seconds, and defeating all the rest of their troops that surrounded them. Then, seeing that they were all beaten, the other kingdoms and their forces retreated, and it was Juan that won the day for the Toya dynasty and the Rishian forces. Elsewhere, Wall Wells and Helton confronted Stefan and his Macedonian Kabani army. This was to decide the future between the Macedonians and the Helfons. Macedonians, who former Helfons, changed their name as to name themselves after their founder and the one that was the first to unite all of them and to conquer the universe. The Hellfronts within Wishian, led by Warwells, had abandoned her dreams of a Hellfen Madonian Empire after her forces lost in the Triad War between them, the Alpina, and the Guardian. Now a servant of Nakuvi, she had no choice but to fight the Giboni and defeat the Madonian warrior and improve her own strength. And so she told her officer, Tuki, to distract Bryce Rev, who was a powerful prime in his own right. I know that she cannot defeat Stefan if Bryce Rev was by his side. And so, despite being inferior to Bryce Rev's power and might, Toki and her forces hold him back the best way they could. Seeing that her close confident life is now on the line, Wall wants moved quickly in her objective to kill Stefan for good. Stefan, realizing what Warwells wanted to do, decided now was the time to finally put an end to her and achieve a mighty victory for the Billion forces. However, this will not be so. Warwells had an ace on her sleeve. She had a sniper out in the far distance and sniped and shot the kneecap of Stefan. Warwells then used her blade to cut off the foot of Stefan, which made him vulnerable. And then she slew off his head and killed him. Seeing that, the Hellfen forces retreated quickly. No time to celebrate as Bryce Rev raced with the lifeless body of his friend. Full of anger and rage, Stefan was dead, and Bryce Rev and the rest of the Gibani vowed for vengeance as they had lost their Macedonian allies in this unforeseen circumstance. The return Elder Warriors now in another battle. Zavon of the Videls, the Protector of the Orange Sisters, Sin Vulcan, the Master of Fire, and his brother, Sin Magus, the Mighty One, who slain 1,000 men single-handedly. These were the sons, those Sin brothers were the sons of capturing Sin, of the Sin clan. They had returned at long last after their training and recovery from the fight against Manaka Magna, and now they want to make up for lost time. And so they used their combined might to defeat the Rishian forces, led by Karklen and Kikach and his forces. Kid, seeing that he was still now 21, but still a child, wanted to fool the enemy and thinking that he was just a mindless child wandering to the battlefield. The trick now worked flawlessly over the years, and so he thought this might work this time. However, this will not be so. The elders had saw through it, particularly Magus, who in turn saw and knew all about the enemy and turned his blade against them. And so, seeing that their rules had failed, Kid and his aunt, Claudia Law, had no choice but to fight. Magus used his might to push back these two, while Vulcan used his flames to deal a heavy blow to the Lachkan leader, Karklen, and Zavian used his might as well. And the three return officers proved too much for the Rishian allies, and they were forced to retreat. And with that, they emerge victorious, feeling proud, now able to turn back to their own individual forces and move forward in gaining more victories.